All right. Hello, everybody. Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yee to the ha. It's an exciting time because Ranked has dropped in Pocket. I am out of the country right now in Japan, and I'm just going to be playing some games here in Ranked. I'm going to go over the basics of Ranked at the start here of this video, hop into some matches. I might even pull some packs because I don't have enough new cards from the new set. I'd like to make some new decks here. About the ranks, there are 17 ranks from beginner, Pokeball, Great, Ultra Ball, and Master, and then 4 ranks in each one of those. And then once you get to Master rank, you'll start earning sort of a world ranking. You can get additional rank points by winning consecutive battles in ranks up to Great Ball rank 4. In beginner 1 to 4, you will not lose ranked points when defeated. In Great Ball rank, you will not drop down in rank, so you won't go from like Great 3 to Great 2. In Master Ball, top 10,000 players by rank points will have their ranking displayed. Players who are 10,001 or below will not have their rank displayed. And then at certain ranks, you will be matched with AI opponents. So I'm assuming early and then possibly after losses, they'll throw some AI opponents at you, right? And then by the end of the season, depending on what your rank is, you will earn one of those cool ranked badges, which will be pretty awesome. There's also a lot of new stuff going on. There's EX starter decks and stuff like that. I'm going to rip some packs right now. We'll see if we can make a few decks, and then we'll hop into some ranked here. So my first thought is I'm definitely not just going to grind like the cheesy ranked decks. I know that's the best thing that you could possibly do. Probably grinding Articuno and stuff like that early, but I'd like to play some fun stuff here. Let's see if we get something fun that we can make a deck out of at the start here. And then we can get more serious about certain meta stuff as we kind of level up. Ooh, that's actually my second Beedrill. Maybe we'll play a little Beedrill EX to start off ranked. That sounds pretty fun. Team Rocket Grunt, Flamigo, Hitmonlee, Goldango. Ooh, and we got a shiny Kakuna. All right. I think the Beedrill deck's calling me right now. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. Gross. Get out of here. Ooh, we also can make a Wugtrio deck. Very cool. Not a bad start to the... Oh! Shiny Charmeleon! We have options, people. We have options. Alright, let's make some of these decks, huh? We can hop into ranked here. We'll make a Wugtrio, maybe we'll make a Beedrill, a Char. We'll play a few ranked games. I would love to be streaming this with you all right now, but I am OOC. It's out of the country. It's a new way. That's how all the kids say it. It's Gen Z. All right, let's make some decks here. Build a new deck. We'll just grab some fun stuff for a grass deck here. Kakuna and Old Weedle is Sting and Bug Bite. What's the new one? The new one is... Come here, buddy. The new one is Multiply. Put one random Weedle from your deck onto your bench. I like that. And Kakuna, flip a coin. Oh, that's Paralyzed. Oh, I like both of these, honestly. Okay. We'll take one and one, as well as 1 and 1. A Beedrill EX. And I think I have... Do I have a pretty Beedrill? I don't. I've got these 2 Beedrills. Okay. This is 6 slots in a deck. We could take something basic grass here. There are a few good options, it feels like, for this. You also could take this with, like, a normal type. We could use that Ugly Wiggly or something like that. We could use Leafeon in a deck like this. We could play Vespiquen. We could play Shaman. There are honestly a lot of good grass options for us with something like this. 170 HP is pretty significant. I don't know if Shaman's going to be a big enough deal. What was I just hearing? It was like I was hearing reverb of my own voice. What was that? Okay. Let's see. Alright. Maybe we will grab one of the new normals. Just for fun. Use it to heal up, right? And if we have to attack with it, we could. We could play it with a berry deck, too. Huh? Let's see. Where are you, buddy? Ew. Weirdo. Let's grab him. A couple of Sing Wigglies. That could be good. What's the other one? The other one is Roll Out for 20. Sing Wiggly's got 50 HP. That's the only scary part. Maybe we'll drop that. Just to have a little more HP. Okay. Cool. Couple of Pokeballs. Professor's Researches. The only problem is you can't really run Erica in this deck as easily, which maybe is a mistake, huh? Alright, Wiggly. I decided to drop you, because I want to run Erica. We could run Executor. It's not exactly where we'd want to be, but we could. Couple of eggs. Couple of EXs. Let's do... Oh, I forgot. We got one of these. Gotta use it. Now the question is, I mean, Rocky Helm and Cape is both really good here. We want 2 Ericas. We definitely want a Sabrina. 2 Ericas. A Sabrina. I don't think we need Geo here, right? Do we? 80. I mean, we could use red, actually. Red might be better. Cyrus. Guys, there's so many good cards I want to put in. Like, I want to put in Rocky Helm. I want to put in Cape. I want to put in red. Maybe 1 red. Ooh, what about 1 grunt? This could be fun. Alright, we'll start with this. We'll start with a little grass deck here. Will this grass deck be good? I don't know, guys. We just made it. It could be bad. Let's hop into ranked and check it out. Versus ranked matches. That was my Meowscarada deck from yesterday. Let's play this thing. All right. Wish me luck. Good luck, Jake. Have fun. Hey, thank you, Jake. No problem, Jake. Hey, you're talking to yourself. We're against Matt. I'm guessing this first one's got to be a bot, right? As we head into beginner rank 1. We're going first. Ideal start going first, starting with eggs. They're playing Dondozo. They hit me with a Misty turn 1 and we lose. This is the end of the video. That's how the video ends. All right. A lot of cards. We have eggs, which is what we're looking for. They're playing Water, Metal, Flabebe, Snover, Helix Fossil. What on earth am I looking... This has to be... What on earth am I looking at here, dude? I don't even know what to make of it. Alright, let's swing. I can't make heads or tails of whatever... Like, whatever they're doing, I don't think I'll ever understand. Right? I don't know if I'll ever know what any of this means. Unfortunately for us, we have no cards, so... Heads would be chill. This is, I'm guessing, clearly a bot, but also some of the most bizarre deck building. Like, why wouldn't they have a bot play a deck that had anything that made any sense at all? Tell me I just stay asleep and lose. I mean, it could happen, guys. Against any real deck, we would have lost 8 years ago, by the way. Flabebe is free. That's free. Yep, thank you, buddy. Dude, what is this pile of cards? You have to at least convince me that you have real cards. Like... I don't even know, man. Okay. The GG, Matt. Weird fake bot Matt with one of the most bizarre... Like, it feels like they just put every card in a deck. They didn't know what any of it would do. Huge, huge start. I'm GGing the bots right now. Again, against a real deck... The way we drew that, we would have lost so unbelievably hard. It's just ridiculous how hard we would have lost. This is a level 6 Andy. I'm curious, in the comments, did you play against Matt and Andy? Who were your bots? Weedle. Alright. They're first. Part of me doesn't want to play my cards right away. so I can use my Weedle. Because otherwise, my Pokeball might grab it, right? And against the bot, I guess it doesn't really matter. There's Kakuna. Now we can play Pokeball. Gives us our Execute. It's so cute. Professors. Cyrus. Erica. There's not really a reason to put... I mean, you could put the energy anywhere right here. It doesn't really make a difference. Next turn, I'll just put the other one on the next Pokemon, right? This deck is very low energy requirement. We poisoned him. Oh, we paralyzed him. Poisoned. I'm thinking of Viridian Forest here. Okay, buddy. There we go. You're gone, as well as your energy. Beedrill weak to fire. Executor weak to fire. I mean, we could run into a Char deck and be just roasted here. I guess anything could run into a Char deck and just be roasted, but we definitely could, right? I'm not sure how long I'm going to be able to play. Like, I'm guessing I can play for like an hour maybe, but I don't know when we're going to run into real players. I don't even care. I'm just moving on. So far, early ranks, the only thing that matters is having something that can attack. That's it. Evolves into Salazzle. Which it cannot help them. I guess it stops them from losing immediately. It's just, their hand is just, they haven't played anything, have they? It's just a pile of cards. So weird. Absolutely dominating ranked here. Just piles of nonsense. I guess they want you to feel kind of good. I think one dirty little secret of every game right now, this is every game. We're beginner rank 2. They give you so many bots at the starts of like every game now. Every game, they like fill early lobbies with bots, and once you know it, you see it everywhere. But if you don't know it, I mean, people like hop into games. It's kind of why they think they're so good early. That's a real player. That's a real player. So we could run into an actual deck here and get rocked, because I think our deck is pretty mid right now. I don't think this is a strategically sound deck yet. Weedle's going to have to start for us. There's Sprigatito. We got eggs. Pokeball is not super ideal for us. Neither is Professors. Like, I just worry that they'll throw Iono at us or something if they don't like it. We got eggs. I'll chill on the Professors for 1 second. Just so I can actually use Weedle's ability. They didn't end up using Cry for Help, which I guess now I'm confused. What was that about? We have Beedrill. I guess it doesn't even matter at this point. Next turn, if they evolve, they get unparalyzed anyway. They go Florgato. They put a cape on. They hit me for 130. Which will take out Beedrill, right? There are a few ways I could play this. Beedrill goes 170, and the HP is already 40 down, so it goes down to 130, and I don't have a way to heal it. Other Pokeball. I've got other Weedle. I could I could retreat into Exeggutor, which could take a hit from it. But then this is just going to go down. I think what I'm going to do here, because I don't have other Kakuna online is the only problem. There's a few ways to go about this. I could attack with Beedrill. I hit them for 80, right? And then I finish next turn. I'm kind of torn on which way to go with this, because I will get KO'd here. So they go meow, they KO me. I put an Exeggutor. That's a good play. If they get meow here and I don't get one of my cards, that's pretty solid. I didn't get one of my cards. If they got meow, it's kind of over for me. That was a pretty solid play. I like this. We have to put in eggs here. I have 6 cards left in my deck. Bricking pretty hard right now. They do 60 damage to me. I could retreat into Kakuna. I might have to. I'm going to have to Team Rocket grunt them. And get 2 heads. Five is a lot. Now I could keep this one turn and attack. They can't get the energy necessary just yet. Professors. We're still pretty cooked here, unfortunately. Needed that. That was a very wonky game. I love their Iono play. GG. Wild game for us. We got lucky with Team Rocket. I would say they got lucky with that Iono. There were so many ways they could brick that, but they kind of they've like threaded the needle perfectly. GG's. GG's. I gotta watch out for Iono. I haven't been able to grind since the new set came out, so I honestly have not seen, you know, all of these Iono plays, which I think are in basically everything, right? I feel like everything's gonna be running this like card. At least at first, until we find out what's the most consistent way to play it. Start Weedle. We're going first into a metal deck. This is probably a loss because it's Dialga. Pokeball gives us who? Eggs. Okay. It might be nice to have something like X speed in this deck just to get Execute or Weedle and switch them. Rocky Helm. I like that. I think this deck does not play well into Dialga at all. We just don't have enough damage for it. Yeah, this is the old but probably still very relevant meta of Dialga Arceus, which I don't think this deck can beat. We'll see. I can Team Rocket Grunt just to see if we could slow him down one turn. It would be nice. We cannot. Could have just slowed them down from, you know, powering up their cards, right? Other Weedle hits the bench. If we attack with Kakuna, we lose, right? We might as well Kakuna the other one. I could heal this. I'd rather just retreat into eggs and do some damage here. I don't think there's any way we win this. It's just too cursed of a situation. And only 40. Yeah, it's game. We kind of needed a heads here. Another Arceus. Space, time, smackdown. Let's go. They're going to retreat, attack with Arceus for 130. $140, end it. Yeah, it's over. This is a much better deck that we are playing. And I'm guessing if we lose here, which we will, I'm guessing if we lose, they're going to throw in a bot game, right? That's what I would guess. I'm going to have to Erica. Keep it away from a possible Cyrus. I'll attack and try to paralyze. Oh, but I can't even. I forgot it's Arceus. I can't even. GG. Let's see what happens when you lose. Let's see. I'm guessing they throw a bot game at us right away. Especially in these early ranks. GG Dialga Arceus player. Let's see what happens. I'm guessing I'm going to run into Keith or Derek or Chris. Oh my gosh. Even more generic. I went too specific. Ben, that's a pretty generic name. No offense to all the Chris's out there. Love you, Chris, whoever you are. Weedle starting us off. Sizzlipede. Uh-oh. We're about to get rocked by this bot right here. Eggs. That's good. I don't want to draw a Weedle if I can avoid it. Kakuna. Okay. We got this Pokeball. I would love one turn where Weedle draws for me. Might not, I guess I don't have a choice, though, do I? Yeah, it didn't matter anyway. Alright. Let's see if you can survive. Grab my other eggs just to thin my deck a little bit. Alright. Paralyze them. Do a lot of your flip... Do you think all the flips have like a higher likelihood of working in these bot games? I'm curious now that I think about it. I don't know. I don't know, Sent to Scorch. This is going to be a long way for you to attack, buddy. I think I probably wouldn't have done that, Sent to Scorch. But you could just autopilot these bot games. It doesn't make much of a difference. So depending on when you play and how many people are queuing, you could easily see, like, bot games for a very long time. My audio is always a little... My audio gets a little delayed for some reason when I capture off of an iPad. I have no idea why, but my audio from the game is a little delayed. Gonna put that Lumberry on, huh? These decks are chaos. They're absolute chaos. Interestingly enough, like right in that early rank, we ran into very meta cards, right? Which is, of course, everyone's going to be queuing right when the new set comes out or the new ranked mode comes out. But it is interesting to think, you know, I was wondering where in ranked were people going to be kind of like getting very serious. And, you know, we ran into an extremely meta deck in our first ranked game. So it's very possible that queuing on this ranked ladder, it's just going to be insanely meta stuff the whole way up. Like, you might have to only play meta or meta counters as you go, right? I'm kind of surprised we saw Dialga Arceus instead of something like Darkrai with Giratina or something like that. I feel like that deck looks very meta. Like a wall Giratina. I had a Char deck I made the other day. What did we put in it? We have Charizard and Cyclizar. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's give it a shot. Why not? We might get a real game. Who knows? This looks like a real person, level 37, with a name that's not Jeff. No offense to Jeffs. Look, my name's Jake. It's pretty basic, right? We'll start Char. We can get 2 Chars out here. And Shame in the bench. Can move these around depending on what's going on. Enemy is running Ghastly, so that's kind of an interesting start. I'll Professors. Sabrina, Dawn. I'll put a cape on. I can power this active Char. Unfortunately, we don't have Charmeleon, Charizard. We don't have anything else going on in this deck, but we can attack with a shiny Charmander. Let's see. They're running a Ralts. This could be Gengar with a little bit of a Guardy. Right? Pokeball. Gives us Cyclizar. I can attack with Cyclizar. It's gonna do more for us than Char is right now, right? I could bring in the Ralts. Let's do it. I think they don't want Ralts out there, so I'll bring it in. Why not? I've got Dawn in this deck. That way I can kind of retreat with that Shaman, use Dawn to put the energy onto Char from Cyclizar, or however it would work, you know? They could just retreat here. But they just have to pay for it. That's the only thing I'm doing. Just making them pay, like an energy. Giratina's on the board. They'll teleport into Ghastly. We'll be able to do 40. We got Comms. Doesn't help us yet. We obviously need to get our Charizard online. Kirli is here. Professors finds them. What? What's the plan, buddy? I have not gotten to play enough, so I don't have like a lot of experience running into these Giratinas or anything yet. Suffocating gas, okay. We've got Cyrus. Doesn't really help us yet. Powering up Char. Nothing can hit me for 60. Even if it can. Probably need that cape for my other Charizard, right? Without pulling our Chars, we're just in trouble here. This deck needs Iono, I'm guessing, right? I think that's the new trick to finding your stage 2s, you know? Comms might be a thing of the past, Jake. Okay. We have another Cyclizar. I could Pokemon Comms it. I got 7 cards left in the deck. It might be nice to pull a Charmeleon at some point. See if we can. Anything? Yeah, we did get one. I'm trying to convince him that this is what I got, right? Which I don't. Boy, it'd be cool if I did, though. Yeah, it would. Rocky Helmet. Okay. Sabrina. I mean, I guess you can take this weakened Charmander. Not much I can do about it, really. Not a lot I can do. I need Charizard. Chaotic Impact. Hurts himself for 20. Takes a point. Cyclizar goes in. We have Charmeleon. That's a brick. It's a brick, ladies and gentlemen. It's an official brick. Does Cyrus really help me here? I don't think so. I think I get Char or I lose, basically, at this point, so just gonna need it, you know? Sleep Pendulum. No point really putting them to sleep because I think they're just gonna KO me, but here we are. They will put us to sleep. I actually kind of like the idea of playing Cyclizar here. I think it could be pretty fun. They're down to 50. Bring in Charmeleon. We don't get our Charizard. I could retreat into Cyclizar, but it's not going to make really a difference for us, right? I could Cyrus the Gardevoir to possibly slow this down, but I don't think that's what we want to do, right? I think we're just going to attack. We could force a draw here. You know? Put me to sleep. It worked. They could retreat into guard and attack for 60. There's a play here. And instead we draw. Okay. I think if I were them, I'd be going for the win instead of going for a tie. But, okay. Fair enough. We tie. What happens if we tie? No change in points if you tie. No one gets any awards. I don't know. I guess they just didn't want a loss. Fair enough. Let me mess with this deck really quick, because I do think we need like Iono to make it a little more consistent, right? I kind of like the bones of it though. Cyrus, Sabrina, Pokeballs. We could probably drop a cape. At least one cape for a Cyrus. I just thought it might be nice to have a little extra HP early. Did I say Cyrus when I meant Iono? We have 2 comms. So I think we've got a lot to make it consistent here. We might need 2 Ionos to make it more consistent. All right, let's try it again. Could be a fun one. New Char in the new ranked. James. Okay, so we tied, and now we're up against James. Look, they're just gonna hand you ranks early, everybody. You should be able to click auto battle for this, but here we go. Glameow. Fun one. I'm gonna reset my capture card. You're not gonna miss anything. I'm just deactivating this and then activating. Activation. Hopefully our sound gets a little more connected. Normally when I'm around my normal setup, I'm playing on something else. Could have KO'd me. With the right setup, that KOs me, dude. Pokeball. Other Charmander. Professors. Charmeleon. Pokemon Comms. Charmeleon's 2, right? I mean, I guess I could put down Cyclizar here. I could Comms the Char when I need to. Comms that Charmander. I got 2 Pokemon Comms. They could hit me with a per ugly here, but it's going to require 3 energy. Absolutely devastating attack. Hit us for 40. If they go per ugly and win, I ain't even mad at it. Honestly, I'd respect it. We're going to take them down. We could calms the Char. This is also a point where you could just Iono and grab Char. Most likely, right? Let's see what we get. We're going to shuffle 6 cards back into our deck. Cyclizar. There's Charizard. We got a cape. Giant caped it, dude. Absolutely wrecking this game. Charizard requires 5 to attack, though, so it actually requires a lot. We'll have to stoke a turn. This is the weirdest deck. I kind of don't even want a Char. I kind of don't even want him. I mean, what's the... Into these bot games, I mean, what is the point? What is the point of thinking about any of this stuff? They just put in the fossil. Dude. They're just handing out W's. I don't love this version of Char so far. 5 feels like a lot without any energy generation, right? You need to have a turn of it stoking. We're in beginner rank 3. Having only won 1 actual game. We could run this deck again. Might maybe switch to something fun after this, something I like from the last set. Maybe like a little Bastiodon Skarmory or something like that. Benji. That's another... We're on another bot, right? Dude, they throw a lot at you. A lot. I know this is early ranks, so it is what it is, but geez, they throw a lot at you. Meditate. They start by putting a pile of cards on their bench that make no sense. It's like every turn. We're going to Pokeball. And we're going to Pokeball. I'll just retreat into this Cyclizar. You could just clear things a little faster, right? With the plus 20. Cyclizar is probably not super ideal, but I haven't run into much fighting in this new set yet. I say as like, I'm about to get kicked by Metacham for 80. Oh, never mind. They don't even have the energy for it, do they? Dawn. Pokemon comms. We're in a little bit of trouble. We're in a little bit of trouble. I wonder if they miss all their flips, too. It feels like they're at a kind of a big disadvantage, right? See if we can comms the Cyclizar. Maybe get Charmeleon. Nope. Now you're in a weird spot. Any stage 2 deck, now you're in this really weird spot, right? Where you're like, well, I have Char, but I don't have Charmeleon, so boo. No fun. There's a thought that you don't comms until you've Iono'd, but at the same time, if I get Charmeleon there, I don't need to Iono. There's Charmeleon. I'm trying to think of the smart, like the best way to work around this Charizard needing 5 energy. It's a lot. And I don't think you want to Moltres it. You could maybe play it with Moltres and like even Scentiscorch or something like that, the bench, right? So we're going to retreat into Charmeleon. This is the idea behind this deck right now, is I put this in, I Charizard, right? And then I can Dawn the energy, because Shaman gives me these free retreats. So I'd be able to make a play like this. That was my initial thought behind why I kind of have it set up like this. It's overly complex, but isn't everything? Isn't everything that's not a Drud Wall just a little overly complex? I think so. All right, let's move on. Let's play something from the last set that I've liked. I don't know if I have any decks saved that it weren't just me like building nonsense on stream. Let's see if I have any fun ones. Because we're going to run into real people here again in a sec, and I'd like at least a somewhat competitive deck. This is clearly just a new... it's just new cards. Let's see. There's Darkrai Weavile. I've got a Bronzong Palkia. I've got new Garchomp. I've got the meta. I've got a Gallade deck. I could play a Gallade deck. I could play a fighting deck. This is the one, we actually played this on stream the other day. It went really well. This is an Onyx deck, but I don't know. This might do really poorly into the current meta. We'll play it. I don't have my Bastiodon Skarmory saved. That's like one of my favorite decks. This person's level 27 with no emblems. Is this another bot? Just a bot in Japanese? We'll see. No Brock. I think we start Riolu here. Nose pass. Okay. Giant Cape. Pokeball gives us Sudowoodo. We maybe just put down Onyx here too. It's tough to put down Onyx without Brock, though. You know? That's not too bad. We don't have professors, so if they let us draw professors, we're chilling. Eh, they didn't, but they let us draw Lucario. We're still chilling. We don't hate that. Brock. We don't love that, to be fair. Power my bench here. I'd love to power the active one as Lucario, but, you know, without the energy advantage, it's just not going to work out too well. They could be running a Probo Pass EX. Shaman. Shaman doesn't save them. Iron Defense will, though. If their Iron Defense is ahead, they're, you know, living to fight another day. It is Probo Pass. So now they're not running their Iron Defense. Interesting. I could retreat into Sudowoodo right now. Brock, Onyx. I also could just let this Riolu go down. Power Onyx right here. Have that ready to go. I could retreat into Sudowoodo and crack them for what? A lot. Let me power this. I'm going to Rocky Helma Riolu. Next turn I could attack with Onyx. They're going to take minus 20 from our next attack. So they'll take 70 from Onyx, or they'll take 70 from Sudowoodo. They have Dialga. They could retreat. I don't think they're gonna, but I mean, they could. Brings them down to 80. We can't hit them for enough yet, unfortunately. I'll put Sudowoodo in. Power Onyx. Do I want another Pseudo-Wudo out here? I could put Onyx in next turn. Unfortunately, I don't have another Rocky Helm. They're going to heal this, bring it to 40. They could double potion right now. That would be you know, like huge for them. Cape brings them to 60. Okay. Obviously, Dialga can hit for 100, so that's scary, right? Pokeball. Might as well play it. Get our other Onyx. I could put the other Onyx out. I mean, it's not impossible. Have 2 Onyxes ready to go. We're going to do 90 here. Or, excuse me, 70 because of the minus 20. Either way, Probopass goes down. Dialga goes down in 2. They can Metallic Turbo and then Dawn me next turn, though. And then we go down. Giant Cape brings me up to 100. Allows me to survive a hit. Let's see what Professors gives me. Leaf, Lucario. Lucario doesn't help us, obviously. Alright. Cape only brings us up to 100. So it protects us from Probopass, but it doesn't protect us from Dawn here. Dawn wins them the game. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Pokeball. Comms. I guess they're looking for Probopass right now is what that leads me to believe, right? They do have it. So they can retreat into Probopass and smack me for 90. I don't know if this deck runs Cyrus. I can't remember. They're going to Leaf into Probo. They should be able to get us here. Our deck loves running into Arceus, but no Arceus here today. Cape did save us a round. There's Cyrus. Okay. I was like, I thought we had Cyrus in this deck. GG. GG, buddy. Coming down to the wire. All right, let's put a Skarmory Bastiodon deck together. Play a couple more. It's gonna be fun having just a bunch of different decks to bounce around with in ranked, right? I will say, like, everything we're running into is, I mean, all the real players have actually solid decks. Like, they're all set up really well, even in this whatever beginner rank, you know? They're all actual decks. Put together a quick Bastiodon Skarmory. What was this one? This was Bastiodon Arc. Oh, this was Magnezone. That was a fun deck. This was Arceus Dialga. Get rid of that. Okay. Couple of Professors. Pokeball. We're going to run... I think we run 2 Ionos for this. Now, I think that's the way to go. We're going to need at least A comms, 2 armor fossils. I guess we can continue filling this out. Osiris. We could run Adaman with this deck. We could run Team Rocket Grunt. We could run Red. We need 2 tools of each. We're going to have to sort this in one sec to see where we're at. Because we're going to be over. We're going to be over by 2 right now. We've got... Where are you, buddy? Shieldon, Bastiodon, and Skarmory. Alright, so we're over by 2. I think reasonably, you can't take out the tools. We don't want to drop Iono. We could drop Team Rocket Grunt. We could drop Red. Red does feel pretty good here. Maybe we just run 1 Iono. Or we drop comms completely. And just force Iono to do it. We'll see. Let's give it a shot. Sure. I have not played with the new cards enough yet, so I don't know. I don't know if I would like Iono like this or if I'd rather have my comms, right? Let's try. So this deck's super aggressive, right? It's super aggressive with Skarmory, because you have to start Skarmory. And then hopefully we get our fossils, and if we don't, hopefully we can find them with Iono. That's the plan. Looks like a real player, as we're in beginner rank 3, running into very competent decks, which I think is pretty cool. We're going second into... They're also Skarmory. Are you kidding me, dude? You're also Skarmory? Alright. We could run 1 Pokeball in this deck. You got the helm. I've got a cape, which is not as good. Other Skarmory. This Pokeball does nothing. It's going to thin our hand a little bit. Professors grabs us. Shieldon and Rocky Helmet. Do I want Rocky Helmet? I'm going to hit him for 50. They're going to hit me for 20, bringing me down to 60. I think I have to cape here. I think it's the smarter play. That way I can't get like Geode or something. Decent start for our deck. Now, I should be able to KO them. They could, of course, retreat. They could move some things around. They're going to comms. They're chucking something into their deck and possibly looking for an EX. We'll see. Another Skarmory. Okay, so we're just going to trade Skarmories here. Rocky Helmet on the other one. Fair enough. I'm 1 turn ahead energy-wise, so I'm in a good position there, right? I have Shield on, but outside of that, I don't have anything else. We don't have another Professors. The extra Pokeball we have in our deck to make Skarmory more consistent, unfortunately, was drawn by us, so we started with 2 Pokeballs, which is a bit of a brick in this deck, to be honest. Geo. They do go with the Geo. I knew I was playing around Geo there. We get KO'd here. I could bring in the other Skarmory right now. But I could just let this thing go down. I could retreat to other Skarmory and have it get the KO. I also could power Shield on. I think I'm just going to power Shield on right here. I could let this other Armor Fossil go too. I could save it for Iono. I'm really just trying to get Bastiodon online here. We have to see what their other card is. So far, they're double Skarmory. They're going to Sabrina me. That's a good play. I could have put the Armor Fossil down as Sabrina bait. I didn't. We can headbutt here. I could play the other Armor Fossil right now. It's possible. I'm not sure. It's going to bring them down to 30. Me down to 30. They're searching up for something in their deck. They could be playing a very similar deck. They just haven't found their fossil yet, right? It's Magnemite. Interesting. Okay. This could be a Skarmory Magnezone deck. That'd be cool. Boom, boom, boom. Shield on. Okay. We're going to see. I don't know what the other Magneton does, so I might have put myself in a position to get knocked out with that armor fossil. We'll find out. It is what? Oh, it's that Magneton. Okay. So they can't attack yet. Next turn, they'll KO me. I have Iono. Doesn't really help me yet. It might be what we just have to do, though. Another Iono. Not great. I could retreat into Shieldon right here. Because next turn I go down to this Magneton, I have to retreat. We Iono'd for an Iono. If they have Magnezone, we're cooked. Oh, they do. GG. We're looking for it. We're looking for Bastiodon. Never found it. I haven't found out if this Iono is really good for, like, consistently getting my stage 2s yet. So far, I have not seen great results with it, but it's a super small sample size. It was a fun game. We probably, if we would have retreated our Skarmory that one turn, it might have given us enough time to find Bastiodon. That may have been the better call. Skarmory Magnezone's a fun idea. The only problem with it is you might pull Magnezone. Like, you might pull Magnemite early, which is not as ideal, right? Having that stage 2. And now we run into another bot. Man. This is just what it's going to feel like at first for a while. Colobopus. Alright, we'll maybe play one more of these after this bot. Because no fun running into so many bots, right? I mean, I would guess a lot of people playing ranked, it's either you don't know, but you know, don't you? It's either you don't know, or I think everyone watching this video would clearly know, like, oh, we're obviously running into a lot of AI here. But, yeah. You know the real trick right now? I'll tell you the real trick. This is the real tech for everybody at home. The real tech right now is make your name something like Greg. Just make your name Greg. Take away all of your thing, you know, so it looks like you're just a bot, and then play like Darkrai. Play Darkrai Giratina EX. That's the play. That I think I've cracked it. I've cracked the code, everybody. Yeah, Iono is interesting. My brain's thinking, like, what's the play to use it? Because with a deck like this, you do end up, like, you use a lot of your cards, so you don't have a big hand, usually. Like, right now, I'm still a turn from, like, needing it, so I guess I wait one more turn to, like, kind of draw more cards, right? We haven't pulled either Professor, so maybe there's a play for if you haven't pulled either Professor, You'd be putting 3 cards back, so you'd be pulling, you know, 3 out of 13 with a chance to grab Professor. Doesn't seem that crazy to me. This is 3 cards back to possibly grab either Professor or Bastiodon. Grab 2 Bastiodons. Alright. Because the tough thing is you have to throw a card, right? You have to throw a card to actually use it. So your hand goes down by 1 regardless. But you don't want to redraw Iono, so of course. Ditto is such a bizarrely useless card. It makes me mad, honestly. It's such a weird card, dude. Isn't it? Alright. Real game. Real game to end us off. We're in beginner rank 4. No, I mean, I guess it's not that weird to have bots in beginner and stuff like that. Because, truthfully, every single game I played, people are running something at least reasonably competitive. Right? Which is cool. We haven't found anyone running absolute nonsense yet. They're at least running a deck that makes... You're like, hey, I get what they're doing. I get it. This person, I'm guessing, is going to be running something super meta, but who knows. Riolu. We start... I've got Armor Fossil here. I've actually got a really solid start. I could wait to play that, but at the same time, you know, I might as well play out my hand because I think so many people are going to be playing. If you start and you kind of brick and you have Iono in your deck, you're probably throwing it, right? And you don't want to like give up all your good cards you need. Sudowoodo, Skull Fossil. This is a classic Rampardos Lucario deck. It's a pretty good deck. They're like deciding what to do. Obviously, if they hit me, they go down next turn. They don't really want to do that. So yeah, they power the bench. Very fair. I'm not running Geo in this deck. I had previously, but obviously right now I've got red in this deck just because I wanted to play around with this new card. They could retreat into the other Lucario, do some serious damage. Cranidos online. Professors. If they have Rampardos or Lucario, we're probably cooked. They do have Lucario. The tough thing about this deck is it'll swing for 150. Bastiodon could absorb 1 hit, possibly 2. We definitely need to get it online, though. Really? Okay. Not what I thought he was going to do. He'll do some reasonable damage to me. Put in, what, Pseudo? Yeah, Sudowoodo. That's what I figured. Okay. I feel like legally I can't Iono their hand. It doesn't make enough sense. I'm just going to have to go down here. The nice thing about us going down is hopefully I can wait enough time for Bastiodon. They put down Skull Fossil. They had Rampardos. We're pretty done if they have Rampardos. Okay. Yeah, the Rampardos is kind of over for us. It won't necessarily get Bastiodon in 1, but depending on how they play it, it could. Professors maybe gives us a couple of tools here. We have Cyrus. We have Shieldon. That's not what we're looking for, obviously. If I attack here, We can take out Sudowoodo. Rampardos can come in and crack for 150. The play may have been to not get Sudowoodo there because they might be trying to Sabrina me. I'm hoping that they have to waste a turn hitting Skarmory. That's what I'm hoping. Unfortunately, we didn't have, you know, a card we would like there. We didn't have a Rocky Helm or something like that on. Bastiodon comes in. Professors. Dang, we did not get our other tools. Bummer. If they have Geo, they beat us. Comms. I was hoping we would get our Rocky Helm or something. We didn't get it. They're throwing cards in the deck, maybe looking for Cranidos, right? That they could retreat. Because they've got a retreat right now. But I'm going to have no bench. Other Bastiodon. Okay. Let's Iono this. Armor Fossil, Giant Cape. So the problem I have, right? I can't really Armor Fossil because I just set up an opportunity for them to crack it and end with like a Sabrina or something like that. They haven't played 2, have they? They haven't even played 1. We Pokeball for fun. I was really hoping we were going to be able to grab our Rocky Helm there. They can retreat into Lucario. Alright. They decided not to. They took the play that... I mean, it could have given them a win. There's our Rocky Helmet. We were looking for this multiple turns ago. Alright, GG, buddy. Felt like we had 8 million chances to grab our card there. We never did. I don't know. I'm not in love with Iono yet, but I don't feel like I'm playing the strategy around it super well, right? It's just kind of an early me attempting to throw it into a fun deck. All right. So there we go. Running a little ranked here. I'm just going to like give you some quick thoughts on it. Maybe rip some packs while I'm talking, right? So you get extra points for a win streak. Obviously, I think the format of this is going to convince a lot of people to be playing things that are super meta, which makes a ton of sense to me. I mean, it's a ranked mode. In a ranked mode in a game, you're going to be seeing a lot of people play very meta stuff. You know, it's a little unfortunate because I think you're going to run into, especially as you get into higher ranks, it's just going to be whatever the sweatiest deck is a lot. But if I'm being honest, I felt like a lot of the decks we were running into were relatively sweaty, regardless, right? So I'm not really sure what you're shielding yourself from as you get into higher ranks, except that players who are getting into higher ranks and have like a specific idea in mind as to how they're going to grind. Ooh, we got Clodsire. I can finally start making a Clodsire deck. I hadn't got one yet. I still need a second one, but yeah. So I think that's going to be cool. I'm excited to see how people, you know, react to it. I think the amount of bots is maybe going to feel a little weird, but I also think running into nice little shiny Charmander, running into the meta so much is also a little tiring. Full art Goldengo. We already had him from the other day, but it's a very pretty card. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is about exactly what I thought. Right? If I'm being honest, coming from Pokemon Unite, which is another game that I cover, another Pokemon game with a ranked system in it, this is about exactly what I thought we were going to get. out of the ranked system in this game. You're of course going to run into a lot of meta stuff, but that's to be expected. When you're playing into a ranked system, you're going to be running into cards that have a high likelihood to win. I still think right now, like this very second, the best way to probably grind this system is just to run like Articuno 18 Trainer or something like that, and just like cheese every game as fast as you can. Because if you're trying to climb into Master Rank quickly and get that top 1,000 or whatever it is, you just want the fastest deck possible, especially because the losses don't mean anything. So it's just win or lose, but move on very, very quickly, which those decks allow you to do. You also don't have to think at all. You could literally just be, you could be watching your favorite show and grinding some ranked and stuff like that, right? You just literally absolutely shut your brain off, grind rank. You don't have to think about any of the moves you do. Flip a couple Misties, your opponents concede, and then you move on. So I would love to hear from you in the comments. Thanks for watching, everybody. A little bit of a weird setup here, right? I'm away from my normal setup, and I'm not able to like really sit down and build all the decks I want to build. I don't even have everything from Shining Revelry yet. I'll open another 10 packs while we chill here. But I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you guys. Oh, let me know, by the way, not only your rank thoughts, I would love to hear your thoughts on Iono, because I have not spent much time with this card, and I definitely think it can make your deck a little more consistent, but obviously the more cards in your hand, the better. So there's kind of some... All right. Next time we play ranked, we're going Paldean Clodsire. I don't even care. Ugh. Ugh. Honestly, I should have cut the video immediately there, but I just don't want to deprive you of any... If I pull a card, I'd feel bad. But I should have cut the video the second I ran into that thing. Absolutely grotesque monster. Yes! I'm so glad I didn't cut the video. Here we go. Haven't seen this yet. Dang, somebody's watching White Lotus when they made this card. Oh my gosh! I got motion sick from Giratina EX. I did. It freaked me out. Alright, everybody. Thank you all. Appreciate you. Let me know how your ranked experience is going. I'll talk to y'all soon. We did it!